Hey guys, welcome back. So I can't believe I'm actually going to be talking about this in today's video because it is only September, but we're going to get into the Tarte Holiday Sets. So these popped up on the Ulta and Sephora websites. So I went ahead and purchased a bunch of things just to test out and let you guys know whether they're worth buying or not. Some of them are incredible values. Other ones were a little bit of a flop. So let's go ahead and just jump right in, and we'll start with this. This is the 30-Second Eyes Shadow and Liner Trio. So these are actually something that I've been wanting to try for a really long time. So in this kit, you get 3 of their dual-ended shadow and liner sticks, and I was looking at these for the longest time, and I keep seeing great reviews about them on YouTube. Everybody loves these, but they're like $25 a piece, which is a little bit steep, and I could never decide what color to get because they all look so pretty. So in this kit, it costs $29 and you get 3 of them. It's a $75 value. So it's basically like you're buying one and then for $4 more, you're getting 2, like almost for free. So it is a really, really good deal, and I didn't hesitate on it because, like I said, I've been wanting to try these, but I didn't know what color to get, and I felt like they were a little bit pricey. So these have an eyeshadow crayon on one side, and you can draw these on and blend with your finger, or you can smudge them out with a brush. And then on the other side, you have eyeliners, and I really like these. They're just a normal, like, retractable eyeliner, and the formula of these liners especially is so incredibly smooth. You hardly have to put down any pressure, so it's really, really nice. And then when it comes to the eyeshadow crayons, I find them to be very similar to the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. They feel exactly the same going on, and they also are really long wearing. I wore one of these the other day and was very impressed with the wear time. It didn't crease on me, and I feel like the liners are really long lasting too. They're so creamy that you can draw them on your waterline with no issues, and they don't skip around. So when it comes to these, I definitely agree with the positive reviews. I think these are really nice, and they're just an easy and convenient way to do your eyeshadow when you're in a hurry. I tend to reach for cream eyeshadows like this just if I want to do like a quick one and done look, but I love that the liner comes with it as well. Makes it great for travel. So I definitely would recommend getting this if you have had your eye on these and you've been wanting to try them but maybe didn't want to spend the money. This is an amazing deal. The next kit that I picked up is this Bow & Go Maracuja Juicy Lip Duo. So there's actually 2 of them in the kit. So when you open it up, let me just open it quick. You get 2 separate boxes, and each one has 2 of these lip products in them. So you can either like keep one and give one, you can gift these, or just keep them for yourself, which is what I'm gonna do because I love this formula. And again, this is a spectacular deal. So this one costs $35 for all 4. And if you were to buy all 4 of these individually, they would cost $76. So it's really a great deal. You're basically buying 2 and getting 2 for free. And another thing that's great about this kit too is that 2 of the shades, Coconut and Orchid, are actually in the permanent collection, while these 2, which are Petal and Wildberry, these are limited edition shades, or they're new shades. But I'm really glad that they included some of the permanent colors because last year they had limited edition colors and I really was enjoying those, and then I couldn't buy them again. So I'm glad to at least be able to try 2 shades that I can repurchase again if I want to. So let me just show you guys what these look like up close and all the colors. And these look like your typical tinted lip balm in a stick. They do have slightly different packaging. They're like a click pen style, so you just kind of click on the end and it drives the product up rather than twisting it. But what's different about these is that they're almost more like a lip gloss in a stick than a lip balm. They have so much shine. It really looks like you applied a lip gloss, except they don't have that goopiness to it. They're a lot easier to use. You can just kind of slick them on really easily. They do have a pretty strong coconut scent when you first apply them, and I put mine on now like about 15 minutes ago. I'm wearing the shade Wildberry, and you smell it at first, but I don't smell it at all anymore. So it dissipates pretty quickly. I just wanted to let you know though, because I know some of you guys don't like coconut scents or you just don't like scented lip products. So I did want to put that out there, but these just feel so comfortable and really hydrating. They're not the longest lasting lip color in the world, and they are a little bit more on the sheer side. So you're not going to get tons and tons of wear out of them. But if you're like me and you have drier lips or you like that kind of glossy look, I think you'll really enjoy these because like I said, they're just so much easier than applying a lip gloss. So you've already seen what Wildberry looks like. I thought maybe I would just quickly try on the other colors because I could do that really fast without wrecking the rest of my makeup. And then you can see what those look like as well. All right, so this first one is Petal, and this one is just a really pale pink. It's almost clear, so it doesn't give you that much color, but I think it's really pretty. This one is Coconut, and this one's part of their permanent collection. So if I end up loving this shade, I can definitely get it again. And this one's just a really pretty nude shade, and I think it's perfect. It's not the kind of nude that washes me out. It's just a gorgeous color. So I really like this one. And then this one is Orchid, and this one is kind of like a nudie pink. It has a little bit more pink in it than the Coconut one. And this one is also a permanent shade. So I really like this one a lot. All right, let me put the Wildberry back on and then we'll move on. Okay, so moving on, we have this blush set, and this I was super excited to see because I love their Amazonian clay blushes. I haven't purchased one for myself in a really long time because I was using blush palettes that they had come out with for previous holidays, but those are definitely several years old now, and I wanted to replace Exposed, especially in my collection, because that's one of my favorite blushes from Tarte. So in this kit, you're getting 4 blushes and a highlighter. So the whole set is $39. They're saying that it has a $75 value because these all, like I said, the minis retail for $15. It's actually not the best value compared to some of the other ones that I talked about because the minis are only 1.5 grams for $15, whereas the full-size blushes from Tarte are 5.6 grams, but they're only like slightly less than double the price at $29. So you're getting several times more product for only double the price if you buy the larger one. But still, these travel sizes are great if you want them for traveling, or if you just want to try a selection of Tarte's blushes and you don't want to spend $29 just for one. This is $10 more and you can try 4 colors plus the highlight. So I feel like in that way, it could be a good deal. It's also just a great gift idea for somebody who loves makeup. So let me show you guys a close-up of the blushes. So in this kit, you have 2 permanent shades, Exposed, which is a nude pink, and then Captivating, which is a bright peach. And then you get 2 new limited edition shades, Charmed, which is a really bright pink, and then Delight, which is a deep rose. And then of course you also have that limited edition highlighter called Fantasy, which is a beautiful rose gold. So I just think these colors are beautiful. I love the selection. Again, I think Exposed is definitely my favorite shade of theirs just because it's so easy and it goes with pretty much anything. And I am wearing Exposed in the video today. And what I just love about these is, again, like how long lasting they are. For a powder blush, they just stay put the entire day and they're not super powdery. They're really easy to build up if you want to build them, or you can use them a little bit more sheer. So overall, they're just a great formula. They've been around a really long time, but I have always loved them. I think they're fantastic. So if you haven't tried Tarte's blushes, I think this is a great way to get acquainted with the formula. And if you know somebody who's maybe just starting out in makeup as well and you want to buy it as a gift for them, I think it would just be an awesome gift, or just for anybody who loves makeup, honestly, because these blushes are fantastic. Okay, so let's move on to palettes, and I have 2 to share with you. One is a Sephora exclusive, and then the other one is an Ulta exclusive. So let's check out the Sephora one first. This is their Salt Life palette, and Salt Life was one of the shades in their Color Splash lipstick line, which is kind of part of their Rainforest of the Sea collection, and it was a beautiful, like, mauvey pink shade. It was so gorgeous, and so they've kind of expanded on that over the years and come out with Salt Life colors and other things like glosses, and this palette is supposed to be a complete Salt Life vibed palette. So down here you have some of those cool tones, the purples and that mauvey pink color, and then on the top you do have some warmer tones as well. So it's kind of more of a versatile palette. You have both the warm and the cool tones. So I really loved the look of this palette, and I was hoping that the formula would be fantastic as well. It's made in Italy, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. And as far as the formula goes, it does remind me a lot of their little Rainforest of the Sea palettes. Remember these little ones? The matte shades shades feel almost like a cream formula, very similar to these. And according to the listing on Sephora, this is part of the C collection, so I guess it kind of makes sense that they would use that same formula. I believe these little ones have now been discontinued. I don't think they're around anymore. But anyway, I am wearing this palette on my eyes today, and I was so excited because I actually bought this sweater at J. Crew over the weekend, and I was drawn to this color because I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe already, and I thought this color was just so unique and beautiful. And in this palette, there's a color that's almost exactly my sweater. So I was really excited to use this in the video today. So I started out with the shade Exhale, and this is just a really beautiful kind of mauvey purple matte shade. It's the perfect crease color, and I thought it blended really nicely. It doesn't have a lot of fallout. Again, it has that sort of almost like a cream shadow feel to it, so it just blended very seamlessly, and I really thought this was a great shadow. And then I picked up that shade Chill Out with my finger, and that's the one that looks like the color of my sweater. It's a shimmer shade, but it's actually not all that shimmery, and you probably could see from the swatches that these shadows are not overly metallic. If you like something that has more of a subtle sheen, I think this might be more suited to your taste. But I do want to mention, because a lot of you have said to me that you prefer a more satin finish shadow and something that's not super metallic because your eyelids aren't super smooth, and that metallic shadows enhance that a little bit more, and that satin or lower shimmer formulas tend to actually make things look smoother. But I have to say with this one, and I'll show you a close-up of my eyes, hopefully it comes out on camera, I felt like this shadow made my eyes look incredibly crepey and not smooth, and I was really shocked by that because they look more so with the eyeshadow than they do without eyeshadow. I wasn't expecting this shadow to do this at all because it is a very smooth formula and it's not overly shimmery. So I don't know quite what happened with this, but I'm a little bit disappointed, to be honest with you, in the shimmer shades in this palette. I mean, like I said, I thought that the matte shade that I used performed really well, but I don't like how the shimmer looks on my lid. And these shimmers all seem to be the same formula and the same kind of finish. So I'm thinking that it's probably going to be that way no matter what shade I use, but I will keep playing with it. I can always let you guys know in an update video in the future what I think, but I'm just not the biggest fan of this formula, to be honest with you, and I never really was a huge fan of these little ones either. So I just wanted to let you know that before you run out and purchase this one, because the color story is really beautiful, especially if you like neutrals and cooler tones. But yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of the formula for this one. All right, so then the other palette that I purchased was from Ulta, and this is their Sweet Tart palette in the shade Double Shot. So there were two different versions. There's also a frosted one. So this one is definitely the more warm toned of the two. It's very, very toasty. And then the frosted one, it almost looks like the Tartelette Juicy palette. It has more of those like pink and berry tones. But I just thought this one would make a really beautiful fall palette. And I love like the little swirl that's in the pans. I think it's super cute. And it does have a little bit of a coffee scent to it as well. I don't know if the frosted one smells like frosting, but this smells really good. It's amazing. And I also thought the formula was really nice on this one, even though it's part of the Sugar Rush line and I haven't liked their eyeshadows in the past. This one is definitely an upgrade, and it's also made in the USA. I forgot to mention that as well. The matte shades feel very rich and velvety. They have tons of pigmentation, and the shimmer shades also feel very creamy and very soft. So I was actually impressed with this palette. It's also a little bigger than I thought it was going to be as well. On the website, it looks like it's going to be kind of a tiny palette, but it's a good size and it actually feels very heavy in your hands. It feels a little bit more high end, actually more so than this one. This one feels kind of cheapo compared to this. So between the two palettes, I actually really like this one a lot. Now, the one thing that I wanted to say though is that if the color story of this looks familiar, it's because it's almost identical to the Tartelette Toasted palette. I mean, it's identical almost down to like this terracotta shade that they both have that has micro glitter in it, and the shimmer shades are so close, and like most of the mattes, I mean, it's really, honestly, if you have the Tartelette Toasted palette, you definitely don't need to pick this up. Maybe go with the frosting one, but I have to say that kind of looks like Juicy too, so if you have Tartelette Juicy, you probably already have the colors in that one too. But this is just really fun for holiday, from the packaging to the scent that it has, and I think this would make a really nice gift for somebody as well. And then next we have the Lash Lifting Trio. So in here you have an eyelash curler that the handle is kind of encrusted with crystals. And then you also have mini sizes of their Opening Act Lash Primer and the Lights Camera Lashes Mascara, which is my favorite. So let me just open these up and I'll show you guys what they look like up close. First is the lash curler, and this is so pretty. I kind of bought this on a whim. I didn't really need an eyelash curler, but I just loved how beautiful it looked. I love the crystals. And it actually is a very high quality eyelash curler. I really like this a lot. I think it works really well. So again, I think this would be a fun gift for somebody, a stocking stuffer, whatever. And when it comes to the mascara and primer, I love these. You guys have heard me talk about the Lights Camera Lashes mascara so many times, but their primer is also really, really good. It's one of those white tinted primers, and it's supposed to help lengthen and strengthen your lashes and help them look fuller and thicker. And I really love the brush on this too, because the bristles are very dense and packed tightly together. So it grabs onto your lashes really easily, and it deposits a lot of the product without clumps, which I really like a lot. And then the Lights Camera Lashes mascara has been my favorite for such a long time. They call it a push-up bra for your lashes, but I definitely agree with that because it really does give you everything: length, volume, it curls up your lashes, and it's supposed to have a conditioning formula as well. And I also love the brush because it's really skinny, so it helps me get right up to the roots of my lashes and just comb through the whole thing. And the bristles are also very tightly packed together, so there's no clumps at all. You can go over it a million times and it doesn't clump up. So I love this little duo, even though I do have the full-size mascara. We're going to be going on a trip to Maine Columbus Day weekend, so I will definitely be bringing these along. So anyway, guys, those are the Tarte holiday gift sets. I don't know if they're going to be launching any more in the future. Sometimes they do, and they kind of trickle in after the fact. So I'll be sure to keep you guys updated if they have any more coming out. And I also purchased some other holiday sets from Sephora that have just launched. So look for that video coming up very soon. If you're not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button to see all of the new holiday makeup that's coming out and more. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. As always, I appreciate it so much. And if you'd like to stick around and check out some more videos on my channel, I'll go ahead and pop those on the screen right here. Thanks guys, and I will see you all in my next one. Take care. Bye.